Good morning, guys. What's going on? Oh, it's fantastic. It's so nice outside. I'm going to do a little bit of fishing. But first I need to show you this sunrise because it's absolutely gorgeous. Oh yeah. The sunrise is fantastic. Okay, let's go fishing. Ready? 1, 2, 3. There is a dude jackhammering. So we're going to see how this video turns out. I don't like the royals, but my other cup is dirty. So we're going to be doing a little creek fishing this morning before class. Yeah. So I'm going to be throwing a zig jig. If you can see that. Zig jig with a gold head, gold hook, and an olive and ginger feathered body. And I'm also going to be throwing a weightless swim bait just to see what happens. I was catching them on a pond in a swim bait, and maybe the smallies will be ready to munch on that swim bait as well. But I'm getting ready to switch over to the GoPro right about. Oh my gosh, that is so loud. Welcome! Welcome, let's catch some fish. I just saw some fish surfacing over here. And I don't know if I brought any topwater actually. I may have brought a spook. I'm probably gonna put everything, flip it. I'm probably gonna put music over all of this because this is jacked. Literally jacked, jackhammer. One time I come down here to try to make a video. This dude is flipping jackhammering. Oh yeah, this looks good. I've caught fish off this big rock over here. Actually off this big rock way over there. So we'll see what happens. Zig jigs will catch anything, I swear. They're like the greatest thing ever created. And I've used them before, but creeks and stuff for like trout. Throw it out there, let it sink, jig it back to you. It's fantastic. I love nothing more than fishing for trout, and this is how I fish for trout with these jigs. And I've brought them down to the creek and caught plenty of smallmouth on them, and so there's no reason why they wouldn't work today. Oh yeah, I can see a little eddy out there. I don't think my jig will make it that far. It's I think I'm getting bottom. I'm actually, do I want to see, because if I can come out on this point over here, then I should be able to hit that area a little better. That's what I'm going to try to do, I think. Oh, I got one. Sweet. Right at the edge of that eddy. It's a good little fish, I think. Looks like a, ooh, what is this? Huh. I have like, I think it's 4-pound test as a leader. I got 8-pound nano fill on it. Is it a, oh, it's a largemouth. Awesome. No, is it a largemouth? Ooh, I think this might be a spot. It is! Holy crap. Is the camera still? Oh, the camera's still rolling. A fat spot. Man. Thick guy, look at his belly. This is the first spot I think I've ever caught, and it's in a creek. Gosh, a thick, thick fish, guys. That is awesome. Oh, that is so cool. Okay, I'm gonna let him go. Dang, I hope you can hear me. Oh, that is awesome. Okay, Sweet. First spot. I should be getting them on camera. This is the second time using GoPro, so we'll see. Let's get him. There he goes. Woo! On the zig jig. Guys, that spot hit it on that first little fall. I thought I was hung up because it was a pretty good fish on this really light line, but you can kind of see at times there's an eddy that kind of forms out here, right out in front of me from this water that comes around this point, and he was sitting right in it. You can kind of see it about where my jig landed, just a little bit to the right, if you could see it on here. That's where that fish hit it. Just doing jigging back to me. I'm not trying to snag anything. That does happen if it gets by a fish, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm jigging it back to me. I usually let it fall probably 2 or 3 seconds. And even for trout, my jigging motion is fairly, it's fairly tough. Like fairly, wow, that was way over there. Is fairly violent, I would say. Pretty hard jigging up. I don't know what it is about it, but just about anywhere I go, I have the same jigging motion almost every time. There's another one in the same spot. This looks like a smallie. This looks like a smallie. Stupid jackhammer. It is. Oh yeah. Multi-species. That's a smallmouth right there. For sure. Man, the fish that I was catching this weekend had really red jaws. Their crush plate was really red. These fish aren't, so it tells me that they might not be feeding on bottom baits like craws. And so these moving baits actually might be working pretty well. So we'll get him back in the water. Nice little smallie. Woo! Gosh, this is exciting. I need to start doing this every day before class. I have class at 11 and it's almost 7:30 right now, which I planned on staying out here till about 9 or 9:30. But hey, if the fish keep biting like this, I know it's morning hours, but if they keep biting fairly decent, I might stay out here a little while. Might skip class. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't condone skipping class, guys. If class is your thing. If it's not, then just don't worry about it. This rod and reel combo I'm using is a Temple Fork Outfitter rod. It is a 6.6 medium light, I think. It's got a super fast tip, if you can see. Super fast tip. It can actually launch these jigs a pretty long way. Paired up with a Lew's Speed Spin 100. This whole setup was a gift from my grandfather for Christmas a couple years ago. I've been using it for just about everything ever since, trout and any creek or river fishing. But it is fantastic. This rod is absolutely incredible. Super sensitive. The nano fill actually helps out with that a lot too. But the rod itself is super sensitive. It actually has a really good backbone, and you can fight fish really well. You can really play fish with it since it's so light. But yeah, it's fantastic. I absolutely love it. I'm looking to get myself a bass rod from Temple Fork Outfitters, but this rod is fantastic. Okay, so I'm at a new spot. I was just over there, and I was casting out in here to that little eddy I could see. So, oh God. Oh yeah, it's slippery. It's slippery. It looks slippery. Okay, but this whole bank over here is really deep. There's a big bend way back here, and it bends around. This is kind of another bend, and then it works into another bend down there. So it kind of cuts out and makes these deep holes on this side. And that is where I'm gonna cast to. Like I said, I've had success off of this rock right there that I just casted to. Actually hiked this whole side and fished that other side of the bank from the other side. Crawled up on that rock and was fishing from it. Didn't really have the time to do that. That was like a whole day thing. Didn't have time to do that today. Oh man, that's my jig. No. I think I can get it. Crud. I didn't even look behind me and there's a freaking stick right there. Oh, this could be dangerous. It's slippery. Okay. Oh gosh. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh yeah. Oh, I hooked it. Yes. Yes. I got it. Okay, now I gotta retie. Little baby Smalley. Look at that little guy. He's so tiny. Back you go. Yes. Oh, I'm having so much fun this morning. I just like talking now. Oh, it's so awesome. There's still some sticks behind me. So what I'm gonna do is try to just let this drift a little more. See if I can hook into anything bigger. Because at that rock, I caught fish over there. I caught fish on the upstream side of it. But we shall see. You can see the current moving. Current's moving a little better right over here. You can see it, see all the bubbles. That's just a deep hole right out in front of me. I think it's real shallow. If we can catch anything, you might not be able to hear me because of this jackhammer. He is right behind me. And I'm basically making my way closer to him as I go down this creek. What I was taught by a man named Ham in down in Arkansas when I went trout fishing a couple Decembers ago. Never cast upstream. You always either want to cast out in front of you or a little bit downstream, so you have a less likely chance to get hung up. I learned that from Ham and my grandpa Rick. Right when I turn the camera off, I get a fish to bite. This feels like a solid fish. Actually, anything feels really solid on this stuff. Oh, stay out of there. Trying to get me in that brush. Oh, and was he successful? No. Whoa, what is this? A good smallie? Holy crap. Get him around a little bit. Let him tire himself out. Dang, this is a nice smallie. Oh man. Yes. Oh, thick fish. He wanted that. Came right out. Simple as that. Big, oh God, I'm not even looking at the big smallie. Thick, man, these fish are super healthy. Can't see any worms or anything in them. Big, healthy fish.